So what I'm about to show you guys, and I don't know if you've seen this, Andre, but it's someone talking allegedly about the interview process for G4 TV. Have you
Right.
seen
Yeah, I
this?
know the story. I've got
Have you?
the gist of it. I haven't seen anything, but I've
It is insane.
Hmm.
And this goes to show exactly why they failed. Because
yeah.
at the inception point, hiring staff, they had a clear, distinct agenda. And it goes hand in hand with what we just said, the message. It's all to do with that. So let's have a watch of this, ladies and gents. We'll enjoy this.
Do you think now that G4 is gone, I can like talk about stuff?
Yeah.
G4.
So,
what
like-
do you mean?
Okay, so like people are always like, yo, G4 shut down because of this or that. And I'm like, bro, I was already sus with G4 shutting down from the interview process because like the guy that was interviewing me, he goes, so why should we cancel Batman? And
What?
I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. Why do you believe we should cancel Batman? And I was like, why are we canceling Batman? He's like, because he's rich and he's white. And I was like, well, what do those two have to do with each other? Like, yeah, people believe that he just skates on the law, and that if someone of color did the same exact thing, they wouldn't get away with it like he does.
That's
I
a
was like-
real ass question that they asked you.
That's literally what G4 recruiting asked me. If I was getting like robbed or assaulted in Arkham or something, I wouldn't really care who's saving me. I don't care if he's rich and white. I just care enough that he's like actually like saving people. Because are you gonna do anything about it? Yeah, he didn't like that answer. Then later on, another question they asked me was, okay, besides Batman, what other superhero would you cancel?
You know, I know exactly who they wanted you to say. They wanted you to say Spider-Man because he works with the NYPD. Fucking Kotaku. Every time a Spider-Man game comes out, I can't believe we're glamorizing this.
I was like, I don't think I have an answer. And he's like, well, you have to give one or whatever. So I think it says something like Punisher or something, even though he's like one of my favorites. I was like, Punisher? And he's like, good answer. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Anyway,
Wow.
that's insane, isn't it? I mean, that is absolutely insane. I don't know who people are saying it's from someone RGT. I don't know who that is. I don't watch YouTube that much, believe it or not.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I could not believe that. Nick, you've literally just come in as that was played.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
yeah.
I hand it over to all of you. Give me, because I watched this earlier. Give me your thoughts.
I personally, for me, I'm not surprised. I mean, it lines up with the kind of companies that they seem to be, and from what we're seeing, just from the content that they're giving and the actions they take, the tweets they send out, like this just seems like normal on their part. It's absolutely ridiculous and crazy, but again, I'm not surprised that this happened in this interview process at all.
Why should we cancel Batman?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that this video got out, or this guy's channel did this interview with that lady. That's good that you know, they're getting out there because
Did it ever say in the video who that was that he was talking to? Was it an ex-employee or just somebody that interviewed for a job there?
Someone that got interviewed by G4 recruitment.
And who didn't get it, evidently.
Okay. All right.
right, because she didn't
Probably because they were like, the fuck?
Yeah. I have to say, I'm not surprised. And it only goes to show exactly what kind of person they were looking for. This was a discussion that we had with our good friend Paul Chato on Midnight's Edge in the morning the other day, because he wondered, why was Frost hired in the first place? Like, does she have a fan following? Is there anyone who likes what she does? To which we all could answer, no, not among fans, not among the potential viewers of G4. The only ones who like her are the producers, provided they are of activist leanings and they have certain boxes, certain criteria they need to fill. They like her because they fit her boxes. And those that want to be in with a certain crowd, to be like the modern day brown shirts, she has that opinions, and this only goes to show that's exactly who they were looking for. That means that you have someone who is ideologically right here at this place, and they want to ensure that only people who are ideologically pure, let's put it that way, will be hired. And this is actually a really, really good screening mechanism, because the ones that aren't get hired, they're going to react like this girl does here right now. It's going to be like, why the hell would you want to cancel Batman? And if I'm being mugged in Gotham, I just want to be saved. And the skin color and personal income of whoever does it is of a distant secondary concern compared to I just want to be saved. And I was like, wrong answer. You have to cancel someone, because that's what these people do. They cancel is one of their defining traits. And they're
Remember,
activists.
cancel culture
That's
doesn't exist.
yeah, well, that was before. I mean, that we're being normalized right now. Then they can admit, yeah, it does exist the whole time. It was a big part of subverting society. And yeah, and then this question, like the person that they want is someone that they see like, cancel Batman, and they're gonna get fired up and list 20 reasons why they hate Batman. And the correct answer to name one other superhero you want to cancel, the correct answer to that is, why do I have to stop at one? That's the correct answer.
Yeah. Give me all of them. I'll cancel them all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll find out some intersectional reason to kill them all. It's fine.
Everyone who is white and male. If that's the answer, you're hired.
God. Or anyone that acts white and is male.
Yeah, that too. That too.
You know, that matters as well, apparently.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So
Absolutely
yeah,
ridiculous.
I'm not surprised, and I have to give them credit, because this is how you're able to fill entire companies. This is why Marvel has gone, because you have to keep in mind,
You're really tried to hire these people.
This got caught. How many companies do you think have these hiring practices in the world of entertainment that we don't know about? How can whole companies be filled with people that want to basically overthrow society this way?
Well, think about Twitter, right?
That's what
Twitter
I mean.
was a homogenous, attitude. Everything was exactly the same. All
And how can
most
they,
Silicon Valley stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and how can they ensure that kind of homogeneity and lack of diversity of opinion? Well, by having screening questions like these, and see, are you horrified and puzzled by the question, or are you fired up and desperate to go on a cancel crusade? Well, that's who they're going to hire. You do that for a few years, and you're going to have these people in positions calling the shots on things like The Witcher, on the He-Man revival, in Marvel, in Star Wars. I mean, that's how we got to the place where we are right now, where every single genre property is getting ruined. Where when we hear that a new comic or book we like or something is getting a new adaptation, whereas 10 years ago we'd be like, yes, now we're all like, no, not now, don't, leave it alone. I mean, that's new, and that's because people like this are running the show.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think it's going to just take several years before these studios do a turnabout, kind of like how Zaslav is doing? They're going to wait and see their successes? What do you feel?
Only some studios even can do turnabouts. Zaslav is in a unique position that almost no one else is in, where he actually can do a turn. For instance, for Disney and Amazon, no such turn is possible, not without gigantic political maneuvering, and even then, it's limited what can be done. I mean, Zaslav is a unique case. Like, this is something that annoys me when people, like, for instance, misunderstand our reporting on what Chapek has to do at Disney. Is he Disney's savior? Disney doesn't have a savior unless someone comes in, a Zaslav type comes in and does a corporate takeover. Only then would they.
Yeah, there's no opportunity to get rid of people. They can't drain the swamp, can they? This is the thing.
It's not possible.
Yeah, the thing is, and this is this goes, I guess, similarly to like Elon Musk taking over Twitter. When you've taken over a company, you bought the company, you're in a unique position where you can
Yes.
start to drain the swamp. You can
And
clear
you know
house,
why?
and why?
Because of the board. The CEO is beholden to
Oh
the
yeah,
board. The
yeah.
CEO controls the company and is the boss of everyone working for the company.
Mm,
But the boss of the CEO is the board, and the
yeah.
board can throw away the boss or the CEO at the moment's notice. This is why Zaslow has all the power. Who's the
Yeah.
board? Where's the discovery board? These are people that know and trust him already because he's already won them to taken them
He's
to
proven.
adventures that they couldn't dream about. He's everything they have invested in him, they've gotten back 20 times over. They trust this guy. So
Yeah.
that is what gives him all the power. Whereas then look at the board of Disney. Who owns that? Who's the big investors who are on the board there? Well, there you have a number of banks, you have a number of retirement funds, you have certain individuals like Lucas, like the widow of Steve Jobs, like all of these people, presumably and hopefully, want the biggest dividend possible. So they want the company to be financially successful. But then you have other companies. I'm not going to say their names directly because I don't want to get your stream demonetized or taken down. But you have like companies that sound like a stone of a dark shade, or the
Oh yeah,
protector
yeah.
of the van. And these people, they're heavily invested in Disney, but they're not
Yeah.
invested for dividend. They're invested because they want the social engineering, and they're pushing for that.
But
These
they're
are
behind the
shareholders that are
ESG as
protected.
well, aren't they?
Yeah,
If I remember rightly.
exactly. And they want that propaganda arm. So they're
Yeah.
protecting all of these things. They're filling up more of this. That's what Chapek is dealing with. That's what you have all over the place, wherever you have people on the investment side like this. So the first thing that has to be done is to get those out of the equation. And and that's what happened with Warner. They're out of the equation because Discovery came in, and Discovery is virtually the sole owner. And yeah, people like that may have some share, but not big enough controlling share that they actually can make a difference there.